The strawberries are beautiful, man. Oh, it's rude to eat on the videos, eh, babe? Rude, very rude.
You can show them your bowl of strawberries.
Why is it rude for her?
Talking with your mouth full.
Oh, is it? Is that like manners? Oh, I don't know. Atamari e whānau. Good morning. Morena. Konnichiwa. Yeah, good morning whānau. Whew, it's raining down here in Taranaki. Just thought I'd get on this morning, have a bit of a talk, bit of a catch up with everybody. Give you guys a bit more of my life because we've got so many more people following us now. Morena cha, morena kazai. Good to have you guys on this morning. We're in isolation at the moment, so yeah. We got down here to Taranaki from Auckland and that, so we're in isolation for a couple of days, whānau. We're just waiting for our test, eh, babe, to come back. So we're sitting here waiting for our test to get done. Kia ora, Jerry. Kia ora, my bro. Kia ora, moana. D. Che kazai. Sorry, whānau, I don't really look at the your stuff coming up, but your name's in there. But man, love you guys, man. Thank you for following us, following one whānau. I don't believe you're actually following me. You're following our one whānau kaupapa. Right there, whānau. Boom, one whānau all day. So yep, just got on here today to just have a bit of calmness today, whānau. I a bit sizzled out yesterday because of I'm a person that doesn't like people talking about us or anything like that. So you know, I wasn't in a good frame of mind yesterday. But when I finished that spiel, I was all clear. So I just got on here this morning, took some more truth. You know, sometimes we're just human beings. You know, the stuff that me and my girl see is very traumatic, and we all sit there and listen to everything someone's got to say. So this time here is the most beautiful thing that could happen to us. So anyway, I thought I'd get on here and talk to you guys before we have a kai, and I suppose I just want to fill you in a bit more about my life, whānau, about, you know, about who I am, and a bit more about me, and so you guys know who you're following, you know. So I'm back in Taranaki, and I've ruined a lot of lives, whānau. So but I've managed to fix them up, hey. You know, so I was being a meth dealer. I've been on meth and all that stuff. I've been a drug dealer. I've played in the gangs, you know. I played in the drug world and all that stuff. So I just wanted to get it out there. You know, you might not want to follow me after all this whānau. You might not want to follow me, bro. But at least I'm bloody honest about what I've done. I wrecked my last marriage to a lovely girl, and I just thought it was all over about 4 years ago. You know, I thought, boy, you know, the world's over, it's all ended, sky's falling down, all that stuff. But what I did find out was there's always a second chance, you know. So I met Rach about 3 years ago, and I've just changed my life from there, whānau. So I won't go into too deep, but also my kids, you know, my kids are growing up. I've got 7 boys, 1 daughter, 1 beautiful girl. And some of my kids were on meth with me, you know what I mean? So I'll just be pure honest before we go any further, my whānau. Hey, he tā, my bro. Miss you, brother. Thank you for looking after us, my bro, up there. So, I don't look at this whānau because I try and get everything down in my head. I reckon I get it downloaded from up there somewhere. I don't know where it comes from, but... So I just thought I'd get on this morning, and we can't go anywhere, so I thought I'd get on here and have a real life chat with you guys. So yeah, I wrecked my last life. I'm 54 years old, 32 grandchildren, 1 great-granddaughter, love them all. I changed my life about 3.5 years ago. I met this girl over here. Hey, babe. Hey. Yeah, she's doing that, okay. So I was lucky enough to find someone, you know, after my 30-odd years of with my last partner. Yes, I was with my last partner for 30 years, and, you know, she's a good girl too. Just the meth and that, you know, in my life. I'm not talking about her, just me. Just the meth and that was in my life ruined us, you know, ruined us, man. But we're still friends, I believe. We still want the best for each other and our kids. So what I done, whānau, 3 years ago, was when I met her, I had to talk to Rach and told her about my former life before we hit the road together, if you could call it that. Can I call it that, babe? Oh yeah, she said it's all right. So hit the road together. Funny enough, Rach is a full-blooded English person. Hey, English person. Yeah. So she come into my life, and she brought some calmness into it, I suppose, whānau. Brought some calmness into it. So 3.5 years ago, you know, my whānau was broken, my kids, you know, I'm just being honest, because it's really hard, you know, when you, especially on your kids, even if they're growing up, you know, and the mokos, if their foundations crumble and fall apart, all my fault, man. I take that all on me. This has got nothing to do with my ex-partner. I'm just thinking about myself, talking about myself. And I just wanted to tell you guys the truth before we go any further. Hey, so this is who I am, the raw me. So 3 years ago, I changed my life. I asked my darling, babe, I don't know what to do with my kids. I'm trying my best, but I don't know how do I help my kids. And she told me, real easy, just show them. Just show them. Hey, my sister, Te Pani, Jesus. So that's my sister there, whānau, Te Pani Tiare. That's my little sister, runs our South Auckland branch, one whānau at a time. Anyway, I was just saying to everybody that my darling told me just to show them. Don't talk about it, don't nothing. So I just showed my kids how to be calm, how to love, how you can walk the world without meth, and it changed, and have a wonderful life, and I didn't know all this stuff, whānau. I didn't know all this stuff, so I was with Rach. I met Rach, and then about a month or two after I met Rach, because Rach is into spiritual healing and that, I went to this wānanga with her, and she says to me, oh, there's going to be a lot of spiritual people there. Are you all right? And I says to her, pull over. I need to pull over, babe. I don't think I can go through with this. I can't do it. But you know what? It was the best thing I ever done, bro. Yeah, because I actually found myself. So, you know, long story short, whānau, my whole whānau has changed. My family has changed. We are whānau with no meth in our whānau anymore. Powerful, bro. Like, real powerful. So, I am now an advocate against meth. I don't like meth. Meth, I hate you. I think you're a bully. I think you're a liar. I think you're a stealer. You steal our people from us. So there you go, meth. And I just want to put it out there. I used to call people crackheads and, oh, yeah, crackheads and, oh, yeah, meth heads. But I don't anymore, whānau, because I'm living in a world of non-judgment, no judgment. That's what I am. So I was one of them. And so now I just call them whānau, whānau that are in a place. It's not them whānau, it's the drug. The people that made this drug made it so that it fooled us into thinking that it loved us. But it doesn't. And it can wreck you, bro. And if you're not careful, you won't come back from it. I was one of the lucky ones, cuzzies. I was one of the lucky ones, you know. So, that's my life out, bro. Cuzzies, sisters, brothers, aunties, uncles, kaumātua. That's my life. I've lived a life. In my last life, I lied. All this stuff to fix my habits. And sometimes my family suffered. And I've done stuff I'm not proud of. But it's never too late to change it around, you know. Change it around. It's why I'm so passionate about this, one whānau at a time. It's why I'm so passionate. So I'm glad that you have heard my story. Grew up in South Auckland. My idols were the gang members, you know, they were my idols, bro. I just loved them. That's all I saw. So yeah, I'm just trying to share my story before you go any further with me. Hey babe, because this is our time, you know, so I just thought I'd get on here and share that story with you guys, you know. I have not been the best guy in the world, but I don't believe I've been the worst guy either. And there's always time to change. So I just I suppose, because my darling teaches me how to be thankful for everyone. So I thank all you guys for being a part of my life, for being in this, and for following our kaupapa, because I'm all about our kaupapa now. Yeah. So as you know, I'm going down to Christchurch, and I'm not shy to say this. And I'm going down there to our other chapter down. We don't call it chapter, eh? Our other whānau down there. Sorry, that chapter thing is an old thing. And going down there to do some crazy stuff. Help my niece down there to elevate the cause. Elevate our cause. Get more people in giving koha to our cause, you know. Christmas coming along, I keep telling everyone, jump on our Facebook, onewhanau.nz. See how you guys can help us out. Every little bit helps us, whānau. So that's my life anyway. I thought I'd get on here and have a good talk to you guys before I have our lunch, brunch. But yeah, I changed my life for my family. I changed my life for my family. And yes, I fixed my own backyard. So before I done this, I fixed my own backyard, whānau. I done my whānau, and now it's time to help the world. Yeah. Now it's time to help everybody. You know, so I just thought I'd get on here and put some more honesty online, because to be honest, the world is missing it. Yeah, bro. We're all missing the honesty. Where's it gone? Hey, like, where's the honesty gone? People hiding stuff. The government hiding stuff. Everybody hiding stuff. So that's me, whānau, for this morning. But pikiake in Māori means to rise above it, eh? Piki ake whānau. Rise above it. Don't be afraid. I am not afraid. Stand with us, men. Hey, change the world, whānau. So that's what we're doing, whānau. We're not just here on a holiday. We're getting around New Zealand, talking to people, trying to change the world, change our country, bro. And no one's going to stop one whānau at a time, because we're doing it from a place of love, for real, for real, for real. So now you can see that I have lived a colourful life. And if you don't want to follow us, I understand. But boy, I challenge all of the leaders in New Zealand. I don't care what you lead, bro. Hey, bro, what do you reckon? Put a whittle out. I challenge all leaders in New Zealand, whether you run a iwi, whether you run the government, whether you run the council, whether you run corporation, I challenge you fellas, bro, to tell your life. Because until you can tell your life, you're lying. You're lying, bro. So hop on, you know. I believe that a lot of leaders, not all of them, but a lot of the leaders of today that are false, they went out and made a name for themselves before they found out what it's actually like to be honest, humble, and upfront. So, Jacinda, Jacinda, I don't know how to say your name. I challenge you, Gil, get on here and be honest. My man, straight up. And the last thing I want to share with everybody is Christmas Day, just gone, 2020 Christmas Day, I had a stroke. So here we go, I'll put this one out live to all of you. So Christmas Day, I had a stroke on Christmas Day. Yeah, true story. Christmas Day, I had a stroke, whānau. I couldn't talk, hey babe, I couldn't talk properly, I couldn't walk properly. Right, Christmas Day. Boxing Day, I'm in Whangarei Hospital. True story, I'll do it here right now. I had a stroke and I was in Whangarei Hospital, just me and my darling. And the nurses said to me, Mr. Martin, I don't want to see you out of that bed. I want you in total rest and you're to take all your ta-ra-ta-ra-ta-ta. I'm in there with 3 other men that are in there, look like they're dying. The nurse walks out and I say to my darling, I want to go more walk. So she goes and gets me a wheelchair, and I hop in this wheelchair with my nightie on, you know, my nightie, hospital nightie. I got all my gears all hooked up to me. I grab it all, and she pushes me down that hallway. We get outside. I tell her, "Babe, can you grab the car, please?" And she goes and gets the car. And me and her go to Pack and Save in Whangarei, whānau. I get out and I tell her, can she grab me one of those electrical scooters? And Whangarei, Pack and Save, shame on you, bro. You don't even have one now. So what they actually had there, babe, was a giant trundler with a baby chair that's the size of an adult, facing towards the fella pushing. And she says to me, hop in, big guy. And I was like, no way. And so I dragged myself around. Yeah, I did funny as I dragged myself around Whangarei, Pack and Save. People looking at me like I'm crazy. I knew exactly what I was doing, whānau. I wanted my life back. I wanted me life back. Hey, so I couldn't walk properly. I couldn't talk properly. And my darling's sitting here, so you will know this is true. On my 5th day in hospital, New Year's Eve, because all my kids were up at our place in Kaitaia, waiting for us to get back. I woke up New Year's Eve, this is no lie. And I looked at my girl and I was like, I'm back. I can talk. Hey, babe. I can talk. I got off my bed and I could walk. And that's no lie. They sent the specialist to see me. Rachel tell you. They sent the specialist to come and see me. And they couldn't believe that I had, because I wasn't allowed to go, man. I had to do all these tests first. Well, I tell you what, I passed these tests with flying colours. Hey. Hey. Yeah. And that's the true story. New Year's Eve, I got to go back to my beautiful kids and mokos. Yeah. Powerful, amen. Powerful, bro. So I said to my darling, when we got while we were travelling home, because I wasn't allowed to drive or anything, my darling drove me, stood by my side, and all the way home I says to her this, funny, and here it is. I said to her this, I'm not going to waste my time, babe. I'm going to make the best of my time. So when you see the stuff that we do, if I think of something, I don't talk about it, I do it. Straight up. I don't talk about it, I do it. Because he gave me back, bro. And I'll put it all into a perspective. I don't go to church. I don't read the Bible. I never used to believe in it, bro. But obviously I do now, hey. So there you go, whānau. That's the story of one whānau at a time, of how I wanted to start this, why we started this. Because I call him the universe, you fellas can call him God, whatever you want. E te atua, papa, whatever you want to call him or her. Could be a female, I don't know. But whoever it is up there is been our guiding light, eh, darling? Has been our guiding light. And I swore the day that I came home from hospital, I swore that I'm not going to waste time, bro. No more wasting time. Save the world. Save it one whānau at a time. And that's how we got our name. So I hope you enjoyed this message today. But I just got on here to tell you who I am, why I'm here. The big guy up there or the big girl, whoever it is, gave me back. Gave me back, whānau. Gave me back to the world. And I ain't stopping. Bro, I ain't stopping. I'm not afraid of anything or anyone. And I don't mean that in a physical way. I'm just not afraid. I will tell the truth. What have I got to lose, bro? I nearly died. Christmas Day. I nearly died Christmas Day, whānau. I wake up Christmas morning, not being able to talk properly. I couldn't walk. Christmas Day, I got reborn. And so I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. Christmas Day, I got reborn, my family. And I haven't told a whole lot of people, hey, Whanstila, my sister, my cousin. But I'm just telling you fellas all the truth. People wonder why I do what I do. I do it because he gave me back. Powerful, man. Powerful. Bit scary for the leaders in this world. Because I'm coming after you, bro. Yup. Oh, I am, bro. I am. Just a little black married boy. Had a past. Had a stroke. But lead by example. And now I've got a fantastic team up north looking after our ropu. Our whānau up there running our kaupapa. And I says to them before I left, be powerful. Do something amazing while I'm gone, my whānau. So this is it. This is the truth. You have now heard it. I was going to say from the horse's mouth, baby, but I'm not a horse, of course. I'm not a horse, of course. But I just wanted to tell you the truth today, whānau. And every day I will be honest. And every day I will try. Yeah. I will try my best to make this world a better place. When I'm out there on the streets, when I see people with nothing, I stop, don't care who you are, I help you. And I'll bring you some of these videos too, whānau, when I get out there, because I don't care where I am. I'm about to do something in Taranaki. Bro, I haven't even got a house here, cuz. But I don't know. Make a cook up a mince, eh, babe, and we just go and give it out to someone. I don't know. All this crazy stuff. But there you go, my whānau. And I call yous all whānau, because all of yous that are watching, you're more than a Facebook person. You're a part of a whānau. If you're following us, you're a part of one whānau. Because we're here to make a change. So please, whānau, don't feel shy to help us, you know. Don't feel shy to give donations to our kaupapa. But we're getting low on our pūtea now, on our money. So I do this every day, powerful stuff to try and get people, give $1, give $2. I've got about 8,000 followers, so if they all gave $10 each or $1 each, that's a lot of money. So anyway, share this video, whānau. It's a true video. It's a video of my life, mine and Rachel's journey to how we got to one whānau. And there's a lot more coming up. I'll share another time because I don't want to bore you guys. But that's the beginning of the stories for you. And it's powerful stuff. Share the video around whānau because the power of unity is amazing. So I've got to go now, whānau. I'm going to leave you fellas, but with the same old words, bro. And I'm getting it written on a shirt too. Unite the whānaus. I've never meant it so much, and it's never been needed in a more of a appropriate time than now. Unite our families. Unite our families, whānau. Love each other and support each other, man. It's the only way we're going to get through. Believe in everything. Believe in the world. Believe in love. Bang, there you go. So yeah, everybody have a beautiful day. Beautiful day. I'll do a short little karakia, eh? Just a little one, bro, for all of us. Just a short little prayer. It's an easy one. Whakataka te hau ki te uru. Whakataka te hau ki te tonga. Kia mākina kina ki uta. Kia mātaratara ki tai. E hiake ana te atakura. He tio, he huka, he hauhunga. Ti hei mauriora. Powerful. Fireworks. Fireworks, my whānau. All right, everybody have a beautiful day. Unite the whānaus, cuzzies. Mā te wā. Take care.